We're starting this episode off in the Mesa at our creeper farm because I have been AFKing at this place for a bit and I have not checked the profits yet. But when I built this thing, I did an AFK session for about an hour and then I did it for about 30 minutes right before I started this recording. So about an hour and a half total, maybe almost 2 hours have gone into an AFK session for this place. I have not seen the profits yet. I have some shulker boxes. Ignore this. This is just from earlier when I killed some creepers. But let's see what we got. Okay, not too bad. I mean, I didn't AFK like an overnight session, so it was just like a couple hours, but it still worked nonetheless. But welcome back to the 1.21 Let's Play series, guys. Hope you guys are ready for today's episode because it is going to be a heavy build video. And I mean heavy build video. Look at this. So, this is where we're putting the factory, as I've been saying for the last couple episodes now. The factory is going to be coming right smack dab in the middle of this area right here because I feel like it's perfect if it's just smack dab in the middle. However, the outlines that are marked out right now are going to be encompassed in dirt. Now, I'm not sure if I want to do a flat area like I've been doing for this, or if I want to design actual hill parts, because I don't want the area to be 100% flat. I do want there to be like some type of divots in it. I want there to be, I think I actually want like a river to flow through this thing too. I'm not sure exactly how big the mountain is going to be. We might extend it to where it's as tall as this tree right here. I could be wrong, not this one, but this one right here. This way we have a little bit of height to it and we have something to work with. What is the factory going to be? I still haven't told you guys. It's basically just going to be a wool farm. That's literally all we're doing. It's just a wool farm. So we're going to have every single product of wool. We're going to put it in here, and I mean, I have a lot of resources to make this thing already. We have signs here from what I have been saying. So new land is for the factory. We're going to be doing possibly some custom trees, and the factory itself are going to be on this land. I'm not still 100% sure about the trees. What we might just do is bring in some spruce taiga trees, mess them up a little bit, bring in some like stripped versions of the woods, some of the plank versions, and then we're going to take some of the podzol, we're going to carve it up, we're going to make it look better, we're going to put some rooted dirt in there, we're really going to make the landscape look good. So we're probably going to do some of the rooted dirt things behind me to give those some more things around this area. Don't worry about the bone blocks, I'll explain those in just a second. I'm not exactly sure how I want it to be. I haven't exactly planned out the hill itself just yet for the top part of it. That'll be probably something we do in this episode because, like I said, this is going to be a build-heavy episode. I'm not exactly sure how much we're going to get done in this episode, but my goal is to possibly get everything done. So, yeah, we're probably going to get everything done. So, like I said, big hill behind with a train rail on the side. So, like, it's just a track that's connected onto the side of the hill. It's basically like a bridge. It's on a bridge, just zooming across. It's got a smoke effect coming out with some glass. Like, we're going to make it look good. Like, this is going to be one of the most detailed trains I've ever done. So, I have bone blocks positioned in certain areas around the base. These are going to be custom birch trees. We only have jungle trees and some oak trees around here. We don't have a lot of white around this area at all. So I thought, well, instead of making everything one color, why don't we bring some white back to this area and make it look good? So that's why I brought the bone blocks in here for the birch trees. We'll use bone, we'll use birch wood, we'll use diorite. I've got a good design planned out. It's almost like the trees that I planned out in vanilla for my starter base area. So they're very similar, but they're just different color. So I have also thought about going to getting every single new dog variant in the game. However, I'm not sure if I want to 100% do that, just because of the fact that it does take a very long time. And there's one of the rarest ones that are like the snowy dog. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that biome yet in this world, so it's gonna be a bit. So also, I killed all my chickens in my farm because we don't need any more eggs. Like, we do not need any more eggs. I'm gonna show you something right quick. Yeah, we don't need any more eggs. The hopper is even full. I'm pretty sure that I'm almost completely out of... Oh my god, I can do that perfectly. I'm almost completely out of dirt as well because I've used a lot just in what I've been designing here. I don't really want to use all my dirt though. Yeah, I have nothing but... Yeah, I'm actually completely out of dirt. That's all rooted dirt and coarse dirt. I'm completely out of dirt, dude. I'm going to put this gunpowder away. I do have extra rockets on me somewhere. I'm not 100% sure, but I do. Look at that. It's... Oh man, that's good to see. It's good to see all that gunpowder back in there, too. I have rockets somewhere. I believe I have rockets in my ender chest. I do. Grab some rockets real quick. We are going to take these 3 shulker boxes and go gather us some dirt real quick. Not the most exciting start to a video, but I mean, it's a start nonetheless, right? Oh, actually, instead of us doing that, watch this. I figured out something cool to do with wind charges. Whee! I love that thing so much, dude. That's so much fun. I am literally going to not stop until all 3 of these shulker boxes are filled with nothing but dirt. They literally are just going to be filled with nothing but dirt today. So, my elytra is like half broken as well. That's not good. But yeah. We're going to fill all 3 of these boxes up with nothing but dirt, so this is going to be fun. Well, I have 3 full shulker boxes of dirt and a couple more extra, and this whole area has been gutted completely of dirt. At least this little area. We still have all of this to gut if we need it, which I hope we don't. I already had to repair my shovel once, so I'm hoping I don't have to do it again. Why did that not work? That's weird. Anyway, let's head over back to where we need to be, because we're going to start laying some of this out today. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get to in this part of the video, but we'll see. What we can do, and what I will do after I do this stack of dirt right quick, is that I will go ahead and start laying down the outline for how tall I want the hill to be. And then I think for the rest of it, we're just going to start hopping right into a time lapse and going from there. So, let's head up to here right quick. We have the dirt necessary right on us at the moment to work with what we need. I said that I want the top of the hill to hit this tree. Yeah, I missed the tree. This is going to be a very big hill. Now, I don't want this thing to extend all the way. It's going to extend all the way over there, but how we do this determines on how well this plan is executed. So, a majority of this hilltop on this side is actually going to connect right here, so I'm not too worried about this side. It's that side that I'm worried about the most. Disclaimer right now, I've never built a big mountain like this. Ever. I've never built a big hill, so this is completely new to me on how I want to do this, so it's going to be a very weird process in how this is done, so please just bear with me, as I am not 100% sure how this is going to turn out. So that's going to be the top of the hill, right? Now, down here, we're not going to do like this, and we're not going to do like a gradual state up. I want it to be steep. I want it to be very tall, and I want there to be like a little cave entrance on the bottom, because on the inside I want to do like a custom dripstone cave. This way you can still row the boat through it if you want to. The top part is going to be flat for right now, just so I can get a good base on how tall I want this thing to be, because this is a lot of blocks I'm working with. This is why I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the mountain in this episode. So, more than likely we're only going to be able to do the land here for this episode. It's got a good shape. I like the shadow effect under there too. So it's got a good shape under there. But we're really just going to have to work with this and just see how we can get this done. Because there's a big gap in between there. And there's going to be probably a tinier gap in between there. So it's going to be steeper at the back, I think, than it would be up towards the front. But it also just depends on how much of this land right here we end up using for flat land, based on where I put the factory. Okay, that's all the dirt I have for now. At least that was in my inventory. Sorry, I'm going in third person because I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Let's see what it looks like from the sky right quick. And just to see how good it feels from there. Also, look at this cloud. I have barely ever seen Minecraft clouds like form like that. Looks like a duck. Better pay attention too. Okay, it doesn't look horrible. That's the good thing. So that's good. It doesn't look too horrible from the ground. Again, I did all this. This all matches with the ground below, so these parts are actually going to be pretty steep when I build those. But we're going to do like, not spikes, but necessarily, but like dirt pillars up top with like stone on the back. So I mean, we're going to end up using a lot of stone for this too, and a lot of tough cobblestone So we got a lot of stuff that we're using. We're not just using just normal stone. We're using tuff and cobblestone as well. Especially since we have the new tuff blocks, so we might as well put them to use. That is not bad. I don't hate that by any means. I actually like the formation of that. So I think what we would do... I'm trying to think though. Because it might be a bit too wiggly. It might be a bit too wiggly up top. Because I do like the straight parts. I might be doing something stupid. Going for the wiggly bits. But I want it to feel like it's a mountain. I don't want it to feel like it's just a straight narrow shot up. Because when you look at even Minecraft mountains and stuff, they have like these, like this. Like, see, when you look at this hill, it's kind of dark right now. Let me go to sleep. When we look at Minecraft mountains, like in game as well, you see that they also have like these little steep parts of them too. That's kind of the feeling I want to keep. And obviously, we're gonna put trees and everything on the side too. But I want this to be as custom as possible. I don't really want it to look too much like vanilla Minecraft. Like, I would like to do some texturing like we did up there with that wall whenever we did this wheat field down here. Because I think it looks good. I think it would be fine. So I'm going to need to gather a lot of acacia, tuff, cobblestone, and probably normal stone and more dirt for what we need to do. This isn't horrible. It's a good start. I can always revise it later down the line. So, like I said, the main thing I want to get in today is the land. So, it's a little bit difficult working with it because I'm not 100% sure how I want to do it just yet. So we're here in my creative test world as well. This is where we've been for testing some other stuff in different series. Now, in terms of how I want... I don't know why that's recording. In terms of how I want this whole thing to be on the side... Let me get the block chart quick, actually. So welcome to my little creative world. You guys have been here multiple times before. Now, how we did the design for this, whenever I was making a deal for the side of the farm, I want to do something very similar to what this design is, and I want to do it to this extent. Now, I don't want to do it just as small as the other one. I want to do it just like something like that. They're going to be pretty big though. Also, this is the birch tree design that we're doing around the area, so I hope you guys like that. We'll get into more of that later though. So what we could do, let's say that we're going to build the opening for the deal, right? Let's go ahead and make it out of... We're going to make it small for now, just for a test. But let's say we made it out of acacia wood. So the entrance is going to be pretty narrow because this is where the boat's going to go through. So it's probably only going to be like 3 blocks to 4 blocks wide. Kind of something similar to this, so... And again, with the tuff, we can come in with the tuff at that point. We're not going to do too much on tuff, like... But we can definitely come in and start sprucing it up, like... Just putting some around the area. And now that since we have access to like the slabs and stuff as well, we can make the slabs look good. We can really texture and like really have fun. Yeah, see, like that's not bad. Like that little thing. And then we could do the same thing that we did just a second ago, but then start coming in with cobblestone. This way we're bringing it up higher. We could do the same thing with the tuff, like don't automatically go backwards. So, I mean, we could easily make this thing turn out really good if we wanted to, but that's where I'm going to stop on there for right now. It's a concept of what we can do. So that's essentially how I'm going to be doing stuff. So that's literally just the concept of what's going on. So, you guys have seen this behind me. This is the layout for the mega base. And I have actually begun building the actual structure of the mega base to see how everything's going to turn out. Have found a way to use some of the new copper and tuff blocks in the build, so don't worry about that. That's not going to stay, but most of the designs that are here aren't going to be too crazy. But and then in the thing of the cave too, I'll definitely work on that off camera. Don't worry. But this is what we can do as the cave entrance. Still, we can use some tuff, we can use some dripstone, some cobblestone, we use some of the strip logs, some of the coarse dirt. We can really make it seem like it's a cave that is, I don't know if crazy is the right word, but a cave that looks like it's been explored and somewhat inhabited, or it's just, you know, an exploration cave. It doesn't really matter, right? I have a lot to figure out. I've got a lot to do, so I'll cut ahead in the video until I've made a decision, and I'll let you guys know what's going to happen, and then we'll hop into a time lapse for the rest of the video. So give me some time, let me work some stuff out, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So I think I've fully come to a decision on what I want to do about the whole area. we're going to have to split this. Oops, we're gonna have to split this up into 3 parts for videos because it's not easy to do, and it's gonna take me a while to get done. As you can see, I have almost completely mapped out the layout for how I want the hill to be. On this side, it does have a pretty sharp, like, incline to it, but I mean, gradually as we go around, it should, you know, make its way, and it should look fine. If that made any sense. It should look fine. What I still need to do on the back is that I'm still going to extend this, I think, by 5 more blocks out on each way. And then I'm going to start doing the back part to where, like, the back part of the hill comes up. And then we'll eventually do the front part of the hill, because the front part's actually going to be a little bit steeper than you think, because we can't let the front part of the hill touch the factory. It has to be a little bit further back. I have done some experimenting, and I don't know how it's really going to work out, but I have decided that I want to do riverbed in between here, leading up into the hill. So it's like a natural little river that flows down here. It connects perfectly down with the river, or the waterway down here, and it kind of just connects the whole biome together, and it feels good. I also have been experimenting, I did not mean to hit my inventory button, with holes in the ground too. I want to do like little crevices in the ground as well, as alongside like little dips in the hill mass. So I did this part the other day, just experimenting to see what it would look like if I tried to use naturally terrain combined with what I do terraforming, and it actually turned out pretty good. This right here that I'm standing on was all hand placed, and it lined up very well with everything else. And then we could probably even bring the wheat field this way. What I could do is extend the wheat field from up there all the way down here. So what I can do is move the roots and everything on the edges here alongside this little circle bit. And then we can take the wheat field itself and we can move it down, and to where this whole area is just nothing but wheat field and like a wheat seed. So like same thing, I can just have roots over here, like stopping it in certain areas. But I think that might be a good idea. We could take all the wheat here, continue what we have right here with the torches and everything, so it's all lit up at nighttime. Continue it down the hill. I think that would look good, because it would start blending more of this with this, and I think that would look just fine by me. I laid out an area over here that is 7 blocks wide, because this is going to be where part of the train is going to come to pick up the loads from the factory. So the train track will extend all the way to probably here, or what I'll do is I will figure out how I'm going to extend this down, like trickle it down. I might even use that hill as a base in terms of how we're going to get this done. It might actually be the play for me to do. I'm going to use that hill as a baseline to kind of trickle the way down of how I should do the formation of the land around here, at least for this part. I can do that on both sides, but after I extend it fully back, because it's not going to be flat up top. It's actually going to have peaks up top. So if we come back here, there's actually going to be peaks of the mountain poking up at top. Nothing too crazy, but I want it to at least look good. It's definitely going to be higher than what that is right there, because that's like Y level 118. I think that's the exact level that we're on right now. It's like 118 to 119, I think, is what that Y level's on. So I want that to be higher, if that makes any sense. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into our time-lapse for this episode. The factory we'll probably get done next episode. That'll be our main project for next episode, and then continuing more the terraform area. So, without further ado, hit it. I hope you guys did enjoy that time lapse, and part 1 of the Terraform project is finally complete. This took me, I want to say almost a month to do just this part. But it looks so good and it turned out so good too. We still have a bunch to do, and there was some stuff I didn't put on the time lapse, like of me putting in the shroom lights underneath with the moss. I didn't put that in the time lapse. I didn't put the first part of the decoration phase on this side. I didn't put that in the time lapse either. I completely forgot I didn't until I was going over the footage just a little bit ago. But yeah. But I love this hillside here. I really didn't think how I was going to do this part. I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, but it turned out really good. Because incorporating what I did here to here and then going all the way to the edge really does match this up with the landscape. So like if I go up here, you can see how well it blends in with the land too, and how well it goes with the rest of the part. Yes, that part over there is still not done. I'll get to that later, okay? I promise. I promise. But even from up here, you can see all the lighting that we did as well with the farming. Yes, the white stumps are still there because I haven't built the birch trees yet. I think I'm going to do that on a live stream. I'm not 100% sure. There's a little water puddle here just because I needed a water source for this little pond here. I like the 2 little pond areas that we did. Originally these weren't going to be ponds at all. They were going to be like just holes, but they look better as ponds. And this was actually going to be the big river, not a ravine. And I did put glow lichen in here too because the glow lichen made it shine a bit at nighttime. And it looks so good, dude. I love this little thing. I love the deep slate mixing with the acacia and the tuff and the dirt. I love it so much, dude. It's going to probably go all the way down to the riverbed. Same thing with all this. It's going to go down to the riverbed, just meet with the water. So I really like that, dude. I really do like that. So the next phase of the episode is, or the project is to get the factory built. I think the factory is going to be the next thing that we go ahead and build right here. That's why I didn't put any form of vegetation right here in this first part, is because that's where the doors are going to be. The opening factory doors are actually going to be right here. I see you down there. Are going to be right here, and they're pretty big doors, and the factory is pretty huge. I think it stands about 50 to 70 blocks tall, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a pretty tall building from ground up. So it's a pretty tall building. We have literally 5 shulker boxes here of nothing but terraform stuff. But once we get this big one in, which this one I can guarantee will probably take me either 2 months to a month and a half to build. Because I'm taking this project extremely slow. Because I don't want to get burnt out on it. Like I said, this whole thing took me a full month to build. So it's been a while since you guys have had a Let's Play episode. That's why. But that's why. I want the project to look good. It turned out great. Way better than I actually anticipated it would turn out. So I really do love this too. And like I said, I had no plans for a small riverbed right here. I just improvised. I had no plans to make this a cave ravine, but I improvised. I had no plans to put a hill here, but I improvised. So I mean, that's the best thing I like about Minecraft, and the best thing I love about building in general, is that you don't always have to plan everything out when you're building. You can just go and let the creative mind flow. Because once you do that, you start getting ideas that, like, really complement each other. If that makes any sense on what I just said. I know some people, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Some people are like, what are you talking about? But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode for the 1.21 Let's Play series. I forget how to say my own title sometimes. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to join the Amazing Creeper Clan today. We are literally under 200. We're under 200 people away from 1,000. That is absolutely insane, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the incredible support that you've shown over the videos in the last couple months to weeks. It really does mean a lot to me. You have no idea. I do want to do something special for you guys once we hit 1,000, so please, 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 let's hit that goal. Let's hit that goal, because I really want to do something fun for you guys. But with that out of the way, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!